Hello and welcome to the lecture. Now, as we usually do, let's start with the why question. Why use lambda expressions? Why bother at all? Well, the answer to that question is that lambdas enable functional programming in Java. Okay, well, that's not very helpful. Why do we need to now use functional programming? Because Java has traditionally been an object-oriented language, and Java has done very well for itself by being an object-oriented language. So now, why switch to functional? What is so great about functional programming? What are its main advantages that most languages now enable functional programming? Well, one of the biggest advantages of functional programming is brevity. It leads to a lot more concise code. Now, I don't mean concise in a small way, and we'll see the example of that in just a minute. But the code written in the functional way will be extremely concise, and while reading it, you will immediately get to the heart of the logic that we are trying to implement. It will strip away all the unnecessary details. The focus of the code will be on what do we want to get done rather than the details on how to do it. And generally speaking, we read at least 10 times as much code as we write. So this way of writing precise and concise code is extremely useful for those who are reading and maintaining the code later as well. Now, I mentioned concise code. So there are two aspects to concise code. The first is that the code itself is abbreviated so that you generally don't have to worry about iterators and for loops. The compiler would now have to worry about these, not you. And in functional programming, functions are first class citizens. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that they can be passed to other functions as arguments. And the functions that operate on other functions, either by taking them as arguments or by returning them, are called higher order functions. And higher order functions enable function composition. That is, it enables functions to be composed of other functions, and this in turn leads to less code to be written overall. So I know that's a lot of information to take in. So let's see a few examples of this in action in the next lecture. I'll see you then. Now, lastly, as always, if there are any questions about the content, please do let me know in the comments below. Also, if you would like me to cover any more programming topics, please also let me know in the comments below. And finally, since this is a new channel, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and please click on the bell icon to be notified about future video uploads.